How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer.
Eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital.
That's difficult to answer.
is the end. There's a noise inside my head of crying people facing death. Is this the end? Is this the end? Oh, I'm burning in the dystopia. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the dystopia. What have we done to the world? What have we done to the world? I'm burning in the dystopia. There's no place to hide. I'm burning in the dystopia. This is the final scene of
What does
He
a
doesn't-
I don't know. This might be coded, but I'm not sure. What does a Gnostic sex cult have to do with the far left's goal? This guy named Bot is going off
that
about
is
this Gnostic sex cult. What that?
And so we're just not going to answer that question.
Okay,
except
so
for-
that's I figured that. So we're just okay. That's why I figured that.
obsessed with lying to his audience. What crazy things can he get them to believe? He does it irresponsibly to pocket all that money from the mills for liberty. The left hates capitalism, but James won't admit it. He refuses to believe queer theory destabilizes normativity. Gender binary and the nuclear family change blocks the truth, smears people who try to show him, creates an echo chamber for himself to reinforce his fantasy. He used to believe in something, what happened? Mills for liberty. Gnostic sex cult, building his own world. The Gnostic sex cult, unhinged from reality, totally lost it. What can we do? The mock him relentlessly. It's not a Gnostic sex cult, James. No, it's not. Stop lying to your audience. No, it's not. It's not Gnostic change. Greg Mary Nardini tells us queer liberation means the annihilation of capitalism. Catch up, James. Whiteness means capitalism. Queer theory hates capitalism. Whiteness means capitalism. Queer theory hates capitalism. Whiteness means capitalism. It's all about capitalism. Everyone knows it's capitalism. The socialists know it's capitalism. Wake up, James. It's capitalism. Whoa. The socialists know it's capitalism. Wake up, James. It's capitalism. It's all about capitalism. Everyone knows it's capitalism. The socialists know it's capitalism. Wake up, James, it's capitalism. It's capitalism. positivity, gender binary and the nuclear family. But James blocks the truth, smears people who try to show him, creates an echo chamber for himself to reinforce his fantasy. To believe in something, what happens for liberty? Gnostic sex cult filling its own world. Gnostic sex cult unhinged from reality. It's totally lost it. What can we do but mock him relentlessly?
So I just went live on the internet at 1:30 in the morning. I just wanted to listen to that song. That was really the only reason I went live on the internet. I was sitting here working, and I was like, you know what? I've got the Gnostic Sex Cult song stuck in my head, and so it might be a good time to go live on the internet just to wake everyone up at 1:30 in the morning when some of you probably had the day off today. Maybe you had a little bit too much fun today. Maybe you went to a barbecue. Maybe you did something. Maybe you even went to a protest. Who knows? Maybe you went undercover with the left, and I decided to wake you up at 1:30 in the morning to laugh at James Lindsay and his friends. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. So this is actually going to be a very, sleep. What the fuck is that? What the fuck is sleep? Who needs to sleep? Who needs to, really? Come on. We do our best work at night. We do our best creative thinking at night. We do our best, nonsense and shenanigans at night. I have a feeling after this stream is over, it's going to validate every reason why Karlyn makes sure to have an exclusive community. Yeah, I am very protective of our exclusive community. We do not include every retard off the internet in this community. I gatekeep this community to within an inch of my sanity. I am very, very protective over the beautiful high IQ land that is free of internet bullshit and nonsense. And you know what? You're about to get a taste about why. You're about to get a taste about why. Because last night, as you guys know, and if you missed the stream last night, I think it was one for the books. Oh, he just told you to go fuck yourself? Well, last night, hang on, let me find it. Last night, as you guys know, I've had to tell this story like 3 times now, but basically what happened is my community does movie night in my supporter Discord every Sunday night at 8 p.m. and every Monday night at 9 p.m. And so last night around 8 p.m. we were all gathering in my supporter Discord, and we were going to watch American Pie because it was 90s movie night in the supporter Discord, and so we were going to watch American Pie, which is a classic. I hadn't seen that movie in years. I don't know, man. I don't know if that movie really held up for me. I mean, it was a funny movie, but it's just I don't know. Looking back, I don't know. Anyway, so we were gathering to watch American Pie in the Discord. And so there was just a whole bunch of us hanging out in my Discord. And then a member of the community, Stony Baloney or Master Shake, whichever platform you follow him on, Master Shake DMs me on Twitter, and he's like, Karlyn, do you know that James Lindsay and Frank McCormick are going live in like 20 minutes on a live stream? And I was like, oh, no, I did not know that. But thank you for informing me. And so then I informed everyone else in movie night. And, we can watch a movie and be in a live chat at the same time. It's not really that big of a deal. And so while we were watching American Pie last night in the Discord, we were also maybe making our voices heard on a live chat on the internet. But I really think they should have thanked us for this. I really think they should have thanked us. Like, the reality is that Isaiah Carter had 11 people watching this stream with James Lindsay when I first started streaming it, and I think most of the people he had watching the stream came from me. And so, you're welcome. Isaiah, you're welcome. Where is the fucking gratitude? Black men always expect people to do shit for them, and then they don't even show any fucking gratitude. In fact, not only do they not show any gratitude, they have massive hissy fit meltdowns on the internet. Because why are we gathered here at 1:30 in the morning? Because less than an hour ago, Isaiah Carter, who is totally ungrateful for the audience that I gifted him last night. Because God knows he wasn't getting any audience for the dog shit that was on his channel last night. That was one of the most boring streams I've ever seen in my life. I gifted him an audience of people, a captive audience that were only there to make fun of James Lindsay and Frank McCormick. And he is so unappreciative. And I think that the lack of gratitude, I mean, Isaiah's wearing a big old, I have no idea what he said in this video. We're going to watch it together. But Isaiah's wearing a big old cross around his neck. And I just feel like he is not embracing the love of Christ in this whole affair. He should, you know what Isaiah should do if he has a problem with us commenting on a live stream he did on the internet? He should pray to Jesus about it. He should pray to Jesus. And he should ask Jesus to protect him from the people on the internet. Isaiah, I'm gonna give you some advice. I've got no idea what you said in this video, bro. I've got no idea what you said in this video, but you're new to streaming on the internet, Isaiah. So I'm gonna give you some advice. When you stream on the internet, people are going to come into your live chat and they're going to say things that you don't want to hear, and they're going to say things that you don't like, and they're going to say things that you don't want them to say. And guess what, Isaiah? When that happens, when people come into your live chat, the answer is not to have a massive 2-day, multi-day, hissy fit meltdown on the internet, Isaiah. That is unbecoming of a man, bro. I don't even have to have the sound on in this video. Listen, we're going to turn the sound on in this video. Don't worry. I don't even have to have the sound on in this video, Isaiah, to know that you're acting like a woman. I don't even have to have the sound on to know that Isaiah Carter is having a meltdown like a little girl. And it's just unbecoming. Isaiah, you're a black man. Get it together, bro. Get that shit together. What are you in public? Exactly, Chris. Isaiah Carter is not only having a massive meltdown about me, he's having a massive meltdown about me in public? On the middle of the street? Listen, I can understand complaining on a live stream. I complain on live streams all the time. But you know what I don't do? I don't walk down the street to film a video of myself yelling at someone on the internet. He's woman-splaining. We just tell by the way his hands are. He's woman-splaining to us. I don't even know what he said yet, and I know he's woman-splaining. Anyone with a working brain can see that. Hey, DW, thank you for the super chat. Holy cow, it's midnight. It is actually 1:37 a.m., DW, where I am. I'll try to stay up, but I can't guarantee it. I popped 3 melatonin an hour ago. Well, you go to sleep, bro. The stream is always going to be live in the morning. Now, the bigger question is, why the fuck is my video so pixelated? What is going on? I feel like my internet always resets at like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning for some reason that I haven't quite figured out why. But there's no reason for my video to be this pixelated right now. Who the fuck knows? Whatever. I obviously need a man to come fix my computer. No, what actually needs to happen is I need to restart my computer is what needs to happen, but we'll talk about that another time. Anyway, so Isaiah filmed a 10-minute video ranting about me that he posted on the internet less than an hour ago. I thought we would watch that, but before we watch that, I thought that maybe we could go through some of the other greatest hits from last night when we were doing this stream. Now, again, they had about 20, and you know, listen, I just want to provide proof. I think we did Isaiah a service. One of my community members went and did some reconnaissance, and we found out that this was Isaiah's highest viewed stream, like, ever. He wants to be a professional internet streamer. Isaiah, you need to get viewers if you're going to be a professional internet streamer, bro. That's part of the deal. And I feel like I gave you a gift last night by reacting to your content when I probably shouldn't have, because I should have just been enjoying the movie in my community. But I feel like I gave you a gift, sir. Where is the gratitude? Let's look at some of Isaiah's other streams. He's got 61 views on this one, 130 views on this one, 51 views on this one, 78 views on this one. Oh, the big banner one of 241 views. That's an all-time high. 42 views here, 265 views here, 58 views here. His stream with Carrie, there's Carrie Smith with her stupid fucking hat. 90 views. Less than 100 views on his stream with Carrie. Last night, what do we have? 274 views. Is that what that says? 274 views. You're welcome, Isaiah. You're welcome. You are welcome, sir. Where is the gratitude? Where is the thanks? Just makes no sense. So let's go through some of the other greatest hits from last night. James got owned by Master Shake for his man boobs, and James actually showed off his man boobs last night. James actually, there's a clip on my Twitter of James doing this and doing a little jiggle with his man boobs. Well, I think his tits are bigger than mine. I mean, good for him, I guess, but... What else do we have? We have Frank McCormick, the man who has made probably over 100 AI photos of me insulting my looks, and this is what he actually looks like. Is anyone surprised that this is what Frank McCormick actually looks like? He's been off his psychiatric medication for a long, long time, and you know, I'm not just saying that that Frank is off his psychiatric medication. Just so people are clear, I'm not telling tales out of school. Frank actually tweeted that he was off his psychiatric medication last year. He got off his psychiatric medication after being on it for 20 years, and he was weaning himself off, and he asked for patience and grace as he was going off his psychiatric medication. Don't worry, Frank. We can all tell that you're off your psychiatric medication, bro. We can tell. We can tell. What else happened on the stream last night? Oh, they banned me from the chat for asking if they know that whiteness means capitalism. Look at James's face there. That's absolutely a perfect. Oh, look. This is one of the hosts of the show. He was trying to show off to me that he was claiming to have over 14,000 views on Twitter. That's because he doesn't know how metrics work, and he doesn't know that everyone who saw the tweet with the live stream that James retweeted out to his 500,000 followers, every single person who just saw that tweet, regardless of whether they watched the stream or not, counts towards their live viewers. These retards were actually convinced they had 14,000 people watching them live when no one was chatting in on their Twitter stream, and there was less than 20 people watching on their YouTube channel for the entire time. So good job, geniuses. You don't exactly know how metrics work, but I'm sure you'll figure that out eventually if you're going to be professional streamers on the internet. Let's see. Oh, then I chatted in after they banned my first account. I chatted in under another account, and I told Isaiah flat out, we love it when people actually listen to you morons because it makes it very clear who's credible and who's not. Isaiah didn't like that at all, but he still displayed it on the screen for some reason. Bro doesn't know how to use the internet. It's okay. It's all right. Now, here's a really funny one because for most of the stream, again, off his psychiatric medication, Frank McCormick, he was just sitting there looking like a lost little fucking puppy. He wasn't even saying anything. He was just sitting there seething. Actually, I shouldn't even say puppies. That's rude to puppies, okay? Puppies are way nicer than this. Frank was just sitting there seething the whole fucking time. And I tweeted about this. I tweeted this during the stream last night. I said, Frank McCormick is adding a lot of value to this stream by sitting there seething and saying nothing. I'm sure he's dreaming of all the AI photos he's going to make when this is done. And sure enough, do you know what Frank McCormick did as soon as this stream was over? Do you know what Frank McCormick did as soon as this stream was over? He wait for it. No, not that one. No, not that one. That one. As soon as the stream was over, Frank ran right back to his computer and he made an AI photo of me that looks like Shrek. Now, this is one of Frank's favorite insults of me. He either calls me Shrek or he calls me Fiona. And I'm kind of like, you know what? Here's the deal. Fiona was a really nice character that ended up being queen of her kingdom. Shrek was a really nice character that ended up being king of his kingdom, and everyone loved them both. Do you really think I'm going to be insulted by this? As if on cue, as if Frank McCormick off his psychiatric medication is completely predictable. Because all he knows how to do is make AI photos of me using a picture that's 5 fucking years old. Over 5.5 years old now. That picture is old, man. So that's the best they got. That is the best they got. And then of course, Isaiah at some point tried to tell everyone that my audience was in a cult. Do you guys remember this? Isaiah Carter started chatting in because and by the way, there were only like a dozen people chatting in on this stream. It's not like I had a whole army there or something. It was a bunch of us hanging out watching a movie in my Discord. That was basically it. And Isaiah tried to convince them all that they are in a cult. And of course, the good Christian Carrie Smith was right there saying, "Yes, Isaiah. Yes. They're all in a cult." Anyway. So we pissed off this black man good. We triggered him good. That's all right. More entertainment for us. So I thought I would go live on the internet and react to this little 10-minute rant that Isaiah Carter did about me in the middle of the street. Again, Isaiah Carter is very proud. He is like best friends with James Lindsay. James was on his stream last night. This is a direct James Lindsay connection. This is not just some random asshole off the internet. This guy is obsessed with James Lindsay, and James Lindsay loves him, and they are best friends, and they talk all the time on the internet, okay? So that's the connection here. It is very clear for everyone. And so, you know, if James wants to hang out with psychos on the internet and have them do his bidding, I'm just pointing that out. Compared you to Fiona, who was a bat. Yeah, it's like, bro. So let's see what this deranged black man had to say about me. And we'll all watch this and laugh at him. Now, of course, we're not laughing at him because he's black. I mean, black people can be smart too, I guess. I'm just pointing out the fact that maybe his impulse control could be a little bit better. All right. Let's see what happened. I have not seen this. Cults and the psychology behind them have been a bit of an obsession with me for years. Yeah, me too. Cults are really interesting, man. I kind of think that our entire society is just one big cult, but anyway, hang on. Okay. 10 fucking minute rant. Are you serious? Okay. All right. Fine.
Well.
Oh.
It appears that I've apparently hit the big time. Last night, before I want to say, guys. Look how proud this asshole is that he got a couple of us to come into a live stream to harangue James and Frank. This is like the biggest accomplishment of this guy's life. thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in to Apostate Radio last night. Last night was our most watched show. Shout to, of course, the Grandmaster.
His most watched show was all of them seething about me.
James Lindsay and the heretic Frank McCormick for joining us last night. It was a real privilege to have them on the show. But I gotta say, it is said that if you don't have haters, then you're doing something wrong.
Hey, Isaiah, can I just be blunt with you, bro? Can I just be blunt? I may have been a little bit too nice to you last night, and you may think that you're like the star of this fucking show. Isaiah, the only reason we were in your chat is because James and Frank at the same time were on the show. Literally no one in my community gives a flying fuck about you, bro. I don't even know who your co-host is. I barely even know who you are, except that I know you're a midwit kind of like retard who claimed to leave the left, but obviously never did leave the left. And you were warned about me, which means that you failed the IQ test and you believed a smear campaign that was ridiculous and has been debunked multiple times. And it's kind of like, no one actually cares about you, bro. You don't have any good insight. You don't have anything unique to say. You're just another kind of generic loser who's trying to make a brand for himself, being another fucking anti-woke classical liberal, whatever the fuck. I didn't used to understand that this was a thing, but now I do. I've been around long enough now where I absolutely get what's going on here. We are going to forget about you the minute that you stop yelling about me on the internet. I mean, I guess if you want to keep yelling about me, fine. It's going to start looking ridiculous at some point. But, like, we were there because of James and Frank and because we just all happened to be hanging out on movie night. That was why we were there. We don't care about you.
And I would like to personally thank perhaps one of the biggest haters on social media, on
yeah?
X in particular.
Yeah, I'm one of the biggest haters ever. Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because she's a fucking land whale. That would...
Has Isaiah Carter looked in the mirror? Has Isaiah Carter... These people get off on calling me fat. Has Isaiah Carter recently looked in the mirror? What? Okay, bro.
Be Dr. Karlyn Borysenko. God damn. I was warned about this bitch a long time ago.
Do
Okay,
you guys, you know what I especially love about this? That he's wearing his cross and he's showing what a good Christian he is, y'all. Isaiah Carter is one good Christian. He prays to Jesus every day. He seeks to embody Christ's love when he is calling that fat bitch a fat bitch on the internet. This is Christianity. Yeah, I was actually, Dragon Balls, I was actually thinking the same thing. I was like, yeah, hey, man, at least he pronounced my name correctly. The guys in the CQ spaces oftentimes still don't know how to pronounce my name. They still call me Carolyn or Caroline all the time. At least Isaiah Carter knows how to pronounce my name correctly. He does need Jesus. You know what? I don't even know why it came out, Reagan. I just feel like maybe it's because I'm embodying the spirit of a plantation wife. Maybe I'm going back to a time when things were easier. And some people were in their proper place.
Don't say who, but I was warned about that one about 3-4 years ago by someone very close to me.
Carrie Smith. It was
who
Carrie
told
Smith.
me,
It was Carrie Smith.
Stay far, far, far away. And the gray rocking that I've heard countless stories about how
The gray rocking? The gray rocking. The gray rocking. The gray rocking. Okay. What Isaiah Carter is talking about is Carrie Smith is a psychotic woman that chose to spend several years of her life harassing me and obsessing about me and posting about me all the time. This woman used to tweet about me all the fucking time. This woman was in everyone's DMs trying to tell them about me. This woman wrote a whole fucking essay about how I'm her abusive mother. And it got so bad that I actually had to document all of Carrie's bullshit on a Substack called Surviving Carrie Smith. You can find it at survivingcarriesmith.substack.com. I stopped updating it a long time ago because I just don't care anymore. But Carrie still tweets about me to this day. And the point I want to make is, so they like to talk about how they gray rocked me. Carrie says over and over and over again in her tweets, she's gray rocking me, she's gray rocking me, she's gray rocking me. Gray rocking means that you don't talk about someone. Gray rocking means you don't talk to them, you don't address them, you don't subtweet them, you don't listen to them, you ignore them. That's what gray rocking is. This is every single post that Carrie Smith made about me in a single year, while telling everyone simultaneously that she was gray rocking me. Carrie was gray rocking me so hard that I have over 1,000 screenshots on this website of all the time that Carrie Smith was gray rocking me. Look at how well Carrie Smith was ignoring me and gray rocking me. These are all of Carrie's tweets documented painstakingly that I had to do to show just how big this fucking problem was, because she was in people's replies all the time. She was spreading bullshit all the time. Not only was she going in DM, she was just like, anytime someone said anything about me, Carrie was there talking about me, calling me all sorts of names, insulting me. This is Carrie's. I'm not even a quarter way down this page. This is Carrie gray rocking me. This is literally every single tweet. You you can go to survivingcarrysmith.substack.com and see all of this evidence for yourself. And you guys can all see, we're not even going to get down this whole page because I'm not going to spend all day scrolling down this fucking page to show you all the ways in which this bitch was posting about me while simultaneously saying, I'm gray rocking, I'm gray rocking, I'm gray rocking, I'm gray rocking, I'm gray rocking. Yeah, she was gray rocking so good. She was talking about me almost every fucking day. She was gray rocking so good. There were some months where Carrie sent over 100 fucking tweets about me because she was fucking gray rocking me. Yeah, okay, got it, Isaiah. All right. You know, you can't expect Isaiah Carter to understand this though, because you know he's black, and we can only expect so much. Yeah, she was gray rocking hard. Gray rocking so hard.
How she's about how she's burned so many bridges amongst conservatives. She's another one of these assholes like Candace Owens who flip flops on a dime based on whoever's fucking paying her. Okay.
Who's paying me, Isaiah? Who is paying me? Isaiah Carter wishes he had the amount of people paying him that are paying me. I promise you. Because, Isaiah, I ain't getting funded by no foreign country. I know you're not trying to lie, black man. I know you're not trying to lie on the internet, black man, because that's all you have is lies and making up bullshit. I have thousands of supporters, Isaiah. Don't you fucking wish you had what I have? I'm Candace Owens. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say he's just making things up. Well, I do have people paying me. I just have normal supporters, though. What he's trying to say is, what Isaiah Carter's trying to say is, that bitch is getting money from Qatar. He has a video titled, I hereby renounce the Democratic Party, that's 6 months old. Oh, wow, Isaiah, you renounce the Democratic Party? That's stunning and brave, bro. Yeah, I'm being paid by the Frankus. Someone's being paid by the Frankus. Whatever.
The one thing that bothers me is attention-seeking behavior from cluster B personality types. But the biggest issue, the issue that they have, that a lot of these cluster B types, these people that espouse narcissistic personality, borderline personality, just, you know, going down the I can't remember all of them. I know
Isaiah. You, sir, are walking down the street, ranting and raving into your phone. You want to accuse me of attention-seeking behavior? When I do a reaction video, Isaiah, I do it in my house, in my second bedroom. You are walking down the street in full view of the public, sir. Yeah, would Jesus say bitch? Like, is this Christ-like behavior? Because he's wearing that giant-ass cross around his neck. You can almost see the Carrie Smith controller antenna sticking out of his head. Funny how these people all have the same talking points. Yeah, that is funny, isn't it? It's funny how every time someone connected to Carrie Smith, because they're always connected to Carrie Smith, it's funny how every time someone connected to Carrie Smith comes out and makes a video about me, because Isaiah Carter thinks this is going to be his big path to success because he's seen so many people become successful on the internet talking shit about me, that they all say the same thing. She's burned so many bridges. If I burn so many bridges, then why do I have a more successful community than all of you? If I burn so many bridges and everyone hates me and I'm a cluster B personality, then why am I the only person, literally the only one, that has built a successful community, that has created a successful content product, that has an engaged audience, that I get more, Isaiah, I get more views than all you guys combined. And that's not because I'm out screaming on the street into my iPhone. It's because I have content that, you know, people actually want to watch and want to engage with. because it's interesting. That content that you guys did yesterday, that was dog shit content, Isaiah. I was falling asleep, and I was interested to listen to just to make fun of James, but like that content was dog shit. No one wants to listen to that. He's legit clout chasing. Like, this is the very definition of clout chasing. You, sir, are a grown man screaming into your iPhone while walking down the street to tell that bitch off on the internet. Really?
Apathy is the last one. The one thing that most of these people never seem to count on is when someone who doesn't care about their manipulations, someone who doesn't care about whether or not they're the villain in whatever fucking story they want to weave on the internet, or
I think Isaiah was watching my stream last night. I think Isaiah went back and watched my stream. Do y'all think that Isaiah, as soon as he got off the internet, do you guys think that Isaiah maybe he was even tuning in live last night when I was reacting to that stream? And the reason I say that is that last night on that stream, I made a very specific point of saying that I'm the main character in their story. That's the most fascinating thing to me about all these people. I'm the main character in their story. There are so many people on the internet that are so obsessed with me. People sometimes I've never even heard of. I barely even know who this guy is. The only reason I know who this guy is I had a run-in with him several years ago where we had a nice conversation, and then he blocked me after he talked to Carrie, and I was like, all right, whatever. But still, years later, fucking years later, without even trying, I'm still the main character in this guy's story. I'm the main character in James Lindsay's story. I'm the main character in Frank McCormick's story. I'm sure as shit the main character in Carrie Smith's story. All of these people, I am the main character. And so isn't that funny that Isaiah Carter is using almost explicitly the same language I used last night? Because after he got done with his boring-ass stream with James and Frank, he ran right over to my stream to watch the whole thing because Isaiah Carter has never gotten this much attention in his life, y'all. Isaiah has never gotten this much attention. So, he's got to milk it while he can.
Or amongst family members. You have no idea. These people often have no idea when someone just comes up and directly says, okay, you want attention, so now I'm going to give it to you. You knocked and you knocked and you knocked, so now here's the attention I'm going to give you, bitch.
I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
I want to personally thank you for making last night's show our most watched one.
You're welcome.
Okay, you thought you were doing something by rating my YouTube.
Isaiah, this guy is so fucking stupid. Isaiah, let me remind you, sir. Let me remind you. Hang on, I gotta find this on my screen. Oh no, shoot. I gotta find the right thing. Hang on, it's gonna be worth it, I promise. Hang on. So Isaiah is being like, you think that you raided my stream and that hurt me. But in fact, you helped me! You helped me, you crazy bitch! Isaiah, I literally said in your chat last night, I literally said this. Isaiah, you displayed this on the screen. I said, we love it, excuse me, we love it when people actually listen to you guys. It makes it so clear who's credible. Isaiah, I want people to listen to the stream you did last night with James and Frank and that other guy whose name I don't even know. I want people to listen to that stream. You want to know why? Because that stream was boring. That stream was bitter. It was petty. It was unhinged. Regarding me specifically, there was nothing interesting about the conversation you guys had when it wasn't about me. There was nothing insightful about the conversation. And I promise you, Isaiah, for anyone with an IQ over 75 or 80, if they watch that live stream that you guys did, they're going to come to the conclusion that none of you have any credibility. None of you know what the fuck you're talking about. You are basically petulant teenagers who are boring, but at the same time, you're also cringe boomers. You're both petulant teenagers and cringe boomers at the same time. Say what you will about the Gripers and say what you will about Zoomers. At least they're creative. At least they're interesting. At least they say something that's worth paying attention to. You guys were sitting around like a bunch of fucking dads, and no shade on dads or anything, but just like, I'm thinking like your normie kind of dads who are just like, you're hanging out at the barbecue having a couple beers and you're pretending to be live streamers on the internet, or you're pretending to be intellectuals on the internet, or whatever you guys are doing. It was one of the most boring conversations I've ever listened to in my life. So I would love for as many people as possible to go and suffer in the way that I had to suffer as I was Isaiah. I chose between you and watching American Pie, and like, I don't even really like American Pie as a movie, and I still regret more that I spent so much time listening to your I thought you guys were so fucking boring that I stopped watching halfway through the stream and just went back and watched the movie, because I was just like, I can't do this anymore. This fucking sucks. Isaiah, it's a sin to gossip and laugh at others' weight and use profane language, you triple-chinned black whale. In Jesus' name, amen. See you at church. I love you, Dragon Balls. I adore you. I adore you. Dragon Balls, by the way, in much better shape than Isaiah Carter, I'll tell you that. We're not even halfway through this video yet.
By rating YouTube. YouTube is not my main focus. We get views on X.
Ooh.
We get views on Rumble.
Oh.
That's who we that's.
Then why were you spending so much time talking to us on YouTube, Isaiah? If you really weren't worried about us at all, I'm just looking up Isaiah Carter's Rumble channel right now. We're going to find out what the truth about this is. Isaiah Carter. What is his Rumble channel? There he is. That makes no sense at all. No. I don't believe this for one red second. Isaiah's botting Rumble views. I'm going to tell you this right now. He's claiming he got 18,000 views on this video. No, there's no fucking way. Isaiah, you botted your Rumble views, bro? You expect me to believe you got 18,500 views on Rumble and you only got 6 thumbs up? You expect me to believe that? Isaiah, do you think I'm fucking stupid? Do you think I'm stupid? Do you think I'm stupid? Isaiah, I only got, let's just take this for example. Let's just look at one of my recent streams. Okay? On this video that I did earlier today, I only got, like, what is it, 431 views, which is fine. I've got 11 thumbs up on that video, Isaiah. Not a ton, believe me, but listen, if people want to watch on Rumble, that's fine. I'm just correctly pointing out that I have more thumbs up on that video with 400 views than you have on your video with supposedly 18,000 views. You botted likes on Rumble. What? Isaiah, was there any one comment? One comment. 18,000 views. One comment. Let's look at the other ones on the channel. This one had 54,000 views. Let's just see. He says he's getting 54,000 views and he's got 19 thumbs up. Okay. Okay, bro. That's crazy. All right, well, we know that's bullshit. We know that's bullshit. Wow. How much does it cost for I have no idea. I've never botted views before. So I have honestly no idea. But that's hilarious. So Isaiah, good for you. Listen, again, let's just live in the land of fantasy where he really did get 19,000 views on that on Rumble. Isaiah, I am very, very happy that 19,000 people were exposed to how boring all you guys are. Yeah, Isaiah, you've got 389 followers on Rumble, and you think we believe you're getting 18,000 views and only 6 likes and 1 comment? Christians always lying about shit just to make themselves feel better.
That's the primary source of our views. So, you could say, oh, look at Isaiah. He's got like 12 views. Guess what, bitch? You only looking at one stream. We all over the place.
Isaiah, if all this was really true, then you wouldn't be as triggered as you are, darling. You would not be this triggered. If you knew in your heart of hearts that all those views were real and you weren't botting them just to make yourself feel better, then it wouldn't really matter what I think and what I say. If you guys are really getting 14,000 views on Twitter, and another 19,000 views on Rumble, and only 200 views on YouTube. Seems a little fishy to me, but okay. If you guys are really doing those numbers, then why the fuck does it matter what I think? Then why the fuck are you walking down the street screaming into a phone to make a point against me? Why the fuck does it matter? Guess what, Isaiah? I get way more views on Substack than I do on YouTube. Do I make videos bragging about that? Because, like, do you know, bitch, that I get more views on Substack? And that's my... It's like... I don't care. You want to know why, Isaiah? Because I'm already on to the next thing. Because I spend more time worrying about my content than I do worrying about you losers.
And I found it so hilarious. I want to talk about these retards that you set in the chat too.
Oh,
right?
Oh, that's you guys.
Like, is that the best? Seriously, is that the best y'all could do?
No.
Harassing James, like jokes about man boobs, and harassing James to say capitalism.
I think we have pretty successfully drove James Lindsay insane by asking him to say the word capitalism, and I think, we've made our point.
Guys, your cult.
I'm thinking very strongly about selling that James Lindsay say capitalism meme on a t-shirt. Would you guys wear that on a t-shirt, or is that just like too risque? That might be too much, but I'm kind of thinking about doing that just because I personally think that would be fucking hilarious to have a t-shirt of me as a dominatrix stepping on James's back and demanding he say capitalism. Maybe that's just like an idea that I have at night that doesn't turn out to be a good idea when the sun is up again, but I'm thinking about it. You would do it? Yep. Yeah. Fucking Isaiah, do you understand? This is like sport for us. Fucking with James Lindsay, this is just like, we do stressful work, Isaiah. I know you guys just stick around on the internet. We do stressful work over here. We need to blow off steam. Fucking with James is like one of the very best ways to blow off steam.
Is such a fucking idiot that she's got y'all saying, oh, well, what communists are really after is the end of capitalism.
Yes.
That's not what communists say.
Oh, yeah? Isaiah Carter, communism expert, says that communists don't really want to stop capitalism. This is the expert teaching of James Lindsay right here. See, and this is why we had to start the Say Capitalism campaign against James in the first place. This is why right here. Thank you for illustrating this expertly, Isaiah. The reason that we had to start the Say Capitalism campaign against James is James was refusing to tell his audience that the left wants to abolish capitalism and explain all the different ways in which they're trying to abolish capitalism. He instead was lying to his audience and saying that everything was a secret Gnostic sex cult run by Oprah, the United Nations, and the NWO. He was actually saying that. For people who just found out that James Lindsay is insane, when he started talking about the woke right, do you guys know what James used to talk about before he was talking about the woke right? James Lindsay was literally trying to convince everyone that the left is a Gnostic sex cult with secret hidden knowledge that was run by Oprah and New Age people and the United Nations and the New World Order Illuminati conspiracy theory. I'm not actually making any of that up. You can go back and watch my original videos debunking James, because the whole thing literally started because James was telling people the left was a Gnostic sex cult, and all of James's followers were running around literally for years saying, it's Gnosticism, it's Gnosticism, it's Gnosticism. And we were like, no, you stupid fucking retards. They want to abolish capitalism. What the fuck are you talking about with Gnosticism? But apparently Isaiah Carter learned everything he knows about the left from James, which is, no, guys, don't worry. The left doesn't want to abolish capitalism. Nothing to see here. Please, Isaiah, tell us what the left really wants to do according to you.
That she's got y'all saying, oh, well, what communists are really after is the end of capitalism. That's not what communists say.
Oh, yeah?
The only reason why they use capitalism is because it's a word they made up. But I don't really want to get into any serious debate with you because
because you can't. Because you can't. You fat fucking grifter. You can't. Do you want to know why you can't? You don't want to get into a debate with me, Isaiah? Because you can't. Because if you got into a debate with me, I would bring about 109 videos of communists explicitly saying that they want to abolish capitalism, all the ways they define capitalism, and all the ways that they're trying to get rid of capitalism. It wouldn't even be a contest. And then you would be sitting there going, no, they invented that term capitalism. Pancake swear, trust me, bro, which is true. They did invent the word capitalism, but that actually doesn't make a difference, Isaiah. Do you know what they mean by it? Do you have any fucking clue? Have you ever even read the Communist Manifesto while pretending to be a communism expert on the internet? Because it says pretty explicitly in the Communist Manifesto what they mean when they say that. Have you ever done any research at all? Or do you just listen to everything James says and choke it down just like you've got his cock down your throat and he's just delivered you a giant fucking load?
because that's what you want. You want someone to take you seriously, and I'm not going to give it to you.
I don't need you to, Isaiah. You're not qualified to be in my audience, bro. You're not smart enough. You're not smart enough. You need to have 100 IQ to be in my audience. And you know, while there are certainly some smart black people in the world, there absolutely are. I have black friends that are very, very smart. Isaiah, unfortunately, you don't pass the IQ test. You are not smart enough to be in my audience. We don't want you here. You would simply be disruptive. You aren't capable of learning the content, bro. I know James has convinced you that you're some sort of genius because you're friends with him and you do his bidding. But like, this is a serious community for serious people. I don't need your approval. I don't really care. Yeah, you are a toy for us to play with. You are, I've got a stressful week, Isaiah. I've got a spy stream tomorrow. I'm infiltrating a Democratic Socialist of America meeting tomorrow. We're blowing off steam right now. We're the cat, and you are the fucking mouse toy on the stick, okay? That's what you are.
I'm not. Because why would I lower myself to talk to somebody who literally dated a fucking PDF file?
Oh, Isaiah fell for a smear campaign. If Isaiah was smarter, he would know that that particular smear campaign, which was spread by a gay Jew, of course, has been debunked on multiple occasions. But that's okay, Isaiah. That's okay. I may have dated someone who went to prison for something he didn't do. You're still black, bro. You think you're lowering yourself to talk to me? No. You're a crazy person that's filming a video screaming into your phone in the middle of the fucking street. I'm lowering myself to even respond to you because I happen to be bored. Well, I wasn't really bored. I was working on something, but I needed a break. So I am lowering myself to respond to you in the middle of the night. I'm not even putting you on my 5 p.m. show, Isaiah. But if you need to feel like you're some big, powerful man because you got a couple hundred views on YouTube, go ahead, I guess.
You dated a child fucker. No wonder. Wonder.
I did, huh?
And somehow you think that not wanting a black man is lowering your is somehow raising your standard.
Yes, the guy I dated was white. Let's be clear. The guy I dated was white, Isaiah. You are black. He was white. He was European, very fucking European. He had fucking blonde hair and everything. Yes. Fucking a black man would be lower than that. Yes. I know you want to, Isaiah. You literally said it in the chat. You guys don't believe me? Hang on. Let me show you this. Let me show you this. Isaiah Carter in the chat last night literally said he wanted to fuck me. Literally said. He said, I will fuck Karlyn. I said, no, you won't. No, you won't. I know I will fuck Karlyn. No. No. These people are making me more racist. I swear to God. I swear I didn't used to be racist. I didn't used to think like this. I didn't used to think like this at all. I was like, I have smart black friends, and then someone explained to me, they were like, Karlyn, I bet you do have smart black friends, but that doesn't mean all black people are smart. And I was like, but that's racist. And then they were like, well, group norms are group norms. And then once I started seeing it, I just couldn't stop seeing it. And then black men do things like this where they make videos yelling into their phone about me while walking down the street, and I'm just like, do you think this is reflective of a high IQ? I just can't. I mean, he hasn't quite reached the level of the black people I ran into in Detroit that were like drug users in the middle of the street, like at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, that's not, like, he's not there yet, but...
You fucked the child fucker, okay?
No, I didn't.
We're
but
kind of
lying.
past the criminality at that point.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You want to talk about how James Lindsay doesn't know anything and how we don't know anything about communism or anything else.
Correct.
Listen, you know even less.
Oh
but
yeah.
Because most narcissistic people are fucking lazy. You want all the credit, you want to make all the noise, and basically you have developed a following by trolling serious people.
Is that it, Isaiah? Is that it? Or did maybe I develop a following by watching over 5,000 hours of socialist and leftist training on the internet, creating more anti-communism content than you and all your friends literally combined? You think I'm lazy, bro? I stream 6 fucking days a week for hours a day, and almost all the time we are watching the left. It does, you know what? Listen, it does suck for the 10% that the 90% make them look bad. That absolutely, it's the same with women. And listen, you might like think I'm shitting on black people a little bit too much in this stream. I think the same thing of women. I think that 90% of women make the 10% of women that don't suck look bad. And I, you know, on a good day, I like to think I'm a woman that doesn't suck, at least not in that way. And so, like, I hate it when the 90% of stupid women make me look bad. And, you know, quite frankly, I think that the smart black people should be pretty pissed off that the stupid black people make them look bad. Delusional. Yeah, bro, I'm so lazy. I'm so lazy that I developed a massive archive of video footage and primary source evidence so that no one ever actually has to take my word for anything. They can literally just watch the videos, Isaiah. You can find thousands of hours of video of communist content on my YouTube channel. You can find hundreds of clips on my Substack. I'm trying to make a website right now where all the clips are categorized by category. So if you want clips of communists explaining why whiteness means capitalism, if you want clips of communists talking about why they still wear massive things, if you want clips of communists talking about how they want to abolish gender, I'm trying to make a website right now. This is what I was actually working on tonight, that has all these clips and all this primary source evidence categorized by category, so we can actually go in and just find the receipts at the drop of a hat, so no one ever has to take my word for anything. You think I'm lazy, bro? I'm up at 2:30 in the fucking morning building a website to teach people. What the fuck are you doing?
That's what you do. You troll serious people. You try to bait them into a response so then you can do your whole fucking wounded bird
So
shtick.
I win? So I win?
Like, come
You did
on.
what I wanted you to do?
We all see through this. I've heard...
Isaiah, if you see through it, then why are you giving me what you claim I want? If you see through this clever ruse I had where we trolled you guys in a chat for an hour, then why the fuck are you giving me what you think I want? Because it kind of seems, bro, like I control you like I control a fucking puppet. End fatigue has brought me to a place where my most common response has been fix your cult. Yeah, I'm kind of like... I hate to say it. Listen, I'm kind of in the same place. I really am in the same place. I'm like, I didn't cause this problem. And you know, it is unfair. It is unfair to the smart black people. It truly, truly, truly is. But it's also like, bruh. Someone has to acknowledge the problem and someone's got to fix the problem, and it's not going to be me. I'm a white girl from Vermont. I didn't have anything to do with this.
Stories about...
Yeah, Isaiah, do you know that the average member of my community has literally spent years watching all this video evidence with me? Do you know that the average person... We don't sit around in a Discord or a group chat plotting about people or doing that. We watch movies together occasionally. But, like, do you understand, you fucking retard, that most of my community has actually sat here with me, watching the content, researching these people for hours on end, like creating archives of this content, creating massive documents where we're tracking all sorts of stuff? Do you understand that? Do you understand how ridiculous you sound when you call me lazy, given that these people have been side by side with me every step of the way? Do you know that Dragon Balls lives a good 12 hours ahead of us, and he gets up early in the fucking morning to watch our content? Or late at night, whichever the case may be, depending, I suppose. Do you have any idea how many hours we've put into this? And you want it? Because, Isaiah, you're not just calling me lazy, you understand. You're calling all of us lazy. And when we look at you guys and your lack of output and your lack of doing anything productive except reeing and causing chaos and spreading lies and bullshit on Twitter that you have no evidence for, by the way, we look at you guys and go, what the fuck are you talking about? Not hinged into reality, Isaiah. Not hinged into reality at all.
About how you sick your followers onto people you think you can get controversy out of. Okay? I've seen how you went at James Lindsay. I've seen the videos. I've seen the text messages. I've seen all of it. You're a fucking nutcase, and you're not worth anyone's time.
What text messages did I ever send? I don't even have James's phone number. You've seen text messages I've sent James? I don't even have James's fucking phone number. Okay, Isaiah, keep making shit up though, bro. You're welcome to provide receipts. Do you want to provide us with some evidence? I mean, people can look on my channel and they can see every video I've ever done about James. Do you think I'm trying to hide the videos I've done about James? They're literally... Isaiah, Someone could come to my YouTube channel and just type James Lindsay into the search, and they're going to get a list of all the videos I've done about him, bro. This isn't secret Gnostic hidden knowledge.
The only reason why I'm giving you this time is because, honestly, I want to get it out of I want to get it out of my fucking system.
Yeah, because you're a dumb black man.
You're fucking poison. I want nothing to do with you. No one in my circles wants anything to do with you.
Why?
You have affected and harassed so many people amongst very
Affected and harassed means I responded to all the stupid shit they said about me online. I've harassed them? Oh, Isaiah, do you want to name names? Do you want to go back and look at all the people I've harassed? Because I know at least 4 of those people tried to steal my intellectual property and then had a massive hissy fit when I did not allow them to steal my intellectual property. I know at least one of those people has written an essay on the internet about me being her abusive mother. I know at least one of those people, the most successful thing he's ever done in his life is spread a smear campaign about me where he doxed my college boyfriend. I know, and you seem to think, looking at James, I can talk about the smear campaign that James spread about me for years, running around telling everyone and their mother behind my back that I was trying to fuck him when I never so much as flirted with him. And then the minute that I literally released all of our DMs on Twitter, because I have released every single DM I ever had with James Lindsay on Twitter, because for years James was spreading the lie behind my back that I was totally trying to fuck him, bro. When I released every single DM I ever had with James, where there was not one flirt, there was not one smiley face, there was not one invitation for drinks, I was around James on 3 separate occasions, actually in person. Never flirted with him, never invited him out to drinks, never did nothing. James had no proof I ever did anything. And when I finally released the DMs to say, stop lying about me, you fucking asshole, do you know what James Lindsay tweeted? And yes, Isaiah, I have this documented too. He tweeted, well, she never did anything, but she totally wanted to. Trust me, bro. So you want to talk about harassment and smear campaigns? That's your people, you stupid fucking black man. Those are your people. I almost called him something worse than a black man. I censored it. I remembered. I was like, Karlyn, you're on YouTube. Those are your people, bro. And everyone with a working brain knows for years that all of your friends formed a little club where they literally had meetings every single week about how they were going to harass me that week. And I know that because I know people who defected from their little club. And they came and talked to me and apologized to me about what they did. Those were your people, bro. While you guys have been fucking around and creating nonsense, we've actually been over here working for years. And that's why, Isaiah, I have produced more anti-communist content than literally all of you put together. By myself. With my community. My content gets millions of views every single year. I educate hundreds of thousands of people a month about the left across all of my platforms, while you guys are doing nothing more than dicking around on Twitter.
Circles. And the consensus is clear. You are dog shit, you are a bitch, and no one wants to work with you or deal with you.
Look at that good cross. You know what Jesus did, guys? Jesus called women he didn't like dog shit and a bitch. Yeah, he's wearing a big-ass cross. Big-ass cross. Gotta love Christianity. Hey, good to see you, Myriad. Haven't seen you in a while.
I just got here, and now you want to come. And now you want to come at me. Guess what? I don't care if I'm your villain. I don't care what type of machinations. I know that your machinations aren't true. I know that whatever future manipulations you try to fucking pull aren't going to be true because you're evil.
Oh, yeah, I'm evil.
You're evil. You're nasty.
Yeah, I'm evil, guys. I'm evil. I am the most evil person on the internet. You got me, bro. You figured me out.
You are not worth my time.
Yeah.
And frankly, I know exactly what to do with narcissists. You eventually, you fucking people eventually get put right back in your place.
Oh yeah? When's that gonna happen? When's that gonna happen, Isaiah? This is a great freeze frame. Someone get this free. Mizakan's gonna need this. Mizakan, can you add this freeze frame to the meme, please? Please, can you add this to the James meme? When am I gonna get put in my place, Isaiah? When exactly? Because I've been doing this now for 5.5 years. And in that 5.5 years, you and all your friends have tried on so many occasions to harass me, to get me to shut up. Thank you. See. I can always trust Mizakan. All I need to do is like promise him that I'm going to show him my tits someday, and Mizakan will do whatever I ask. See, this is, you want to know how I keep him specifically in my cult, Isaiah? They're called boobs. I know that you probably have bigger tits than I do, but you know. Anyway. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Forcefully or otherwise. So,
yeah.
Listen, keep it up.
Oh yeah. Isaiah's gonna put me in, this is also a good freeze frame, but we're gonna go, he looked more Asian in that one. So let's back up. So Isaiah's gonna put me in my place. Hang on.
Forcefully or otherwise.
No, hang on. Go back a little bit more.
You eventually, you fucking people eventually get put right back in your place.
So let's talk about that. Again, Isaiah, before I was distracted about Mizakan, doing my bidding. When exactly am I going to get put in my place? I've been doing this for 5 years. I've got a bigger community than all you put together. I'm completely independently funded. You guys have tried to cancel me for years and you've been completely unsuccessful. I am able to operate outside of your bullshit, like classical liberal influencer sphere. Why is it that you guys think I want anything to do with you anyway? I much prefer, and this is completely true, by the way, I much prefer hanging out with the dissident right-wingers. They have interesting things to say. They have interesting conversations. They have Twitter spaces every night where they talk about the intellectual things. Some of the most intellectual conversations I've had in years have come with either groypers or actual neo-Nazis. Actual fucking neo-Nazis. Actual racists. They have some of the most interesting conversations. And no, they're not always saying racist stuff, although they do say that. But they have intellectual conversations about history and philosophy and even, what is the most bizarre mindfuck in the world? I am having conversations about astrology with Nazis lately. I was just saying, I'm in this group chat, and I was just saying to them earlier, I was like, this group chat talks more about astrology and spiritual things than like any non-spiritual chat I've ever been in, and it's so wild because they're Nazis. Not the fake ones that these guys keep, like real ones. But you know what? If someone wants to have an intellectual conversation, I can overlook our differences on things. I'm just saying, literally all I want in the world is to have an intellectual conversation with us where you're actually talking about different ideas. And the classical fucking anti-woke liberals are so boring. They have no original ideas. They can't do anything. So, Isaiah, I don't know what gave you the impression that I wanted to be on your team. And I don't know what gave you the impression, sir, that it was your job to put me in my place or that you even had the power to put me in my place. What do you think you're gonna fucking do?
Forcefully or otherwise.
Forcefully. Oh.
So, listen, keep it up. I genuinely appreciate you Streisanding the show. I appreciate you getting the word out about Apostate Radio. For the record, you guys can listen Sunday nights, 8 p.m. We are on Rumble. We are on X. We are on YouTube. We are on, we're on Kick. We're on, what else are we on? We're on Twitch. We're everywhere. We're working on a few things, and with September being the last my last month of residing where I do, there might be a couple of breaks here and there, like next week you won't see me. But the bottom line is this: we are going to keep pushing. Apostate Radio is going to keep pushing. You, Karlyn, Doctor, whatever the fuck your name is, please worry about how not to be fucking raw pizza dough at people, and just and really try to work on being a better person. I know that's very, very difficult for you fucking people, because no narcissist believes that you fucking people believe you're perfect, but you're not perfect. Well, I take that back. You're a perfect piece of shit.
He's so proud of himself. He's so proud. I don't understand why these communities always demand individuals with their own agency go in one direction or another. If you like something, go make your own great thing. See, this has always been my philosophy, Kevin. Like, I decided to leave these people, and I literally have not associated with people on the classical liberal anti-woke whatever in 5 years. I walked away from their bullshit 5 years ago, and these people still act on the internet like I'm trying to be their best friend. Bro, I left. I built my own thing. You guys are jealous of my thing. I understand why you would be, because none of you have what I have. But it's just like, you guys can stop obsessing about me and go do your own fucking thing. The problem is that none of them are capable of it. This is all they're capable of doing on the internet. Yeah, Isaiah, we're going to have to tune into your Rumble live chat next week, and we're going to see just how many people are chatting in. You know, Isaiah, like, we can compare it to, like, Nick Fuentes' chat, because Nick Fuentes legitimately gets, you know, hundreds of thousands of views on his live show. His live chat is popping. So I'm sure, Isaiah, with your 18,000 definitely not botted views on Rumble, you're going to have just a really robust live chat next week, and we're going to show up, and we're going to look in the live chat on Rumble, and we're just going to see how many people are there. We're all going to be hanging out for movie night anyway, and so we'll just take a look-see and see how many people are very, very active in your community, bro. I think he said prostate radio, but you know, it's almost like they're collectivist. Exactly. Pity he's so outraged at Dr. B rather than being outraged at the teachers who are fine with teaching kids. Yeah, you know, I'm always the greatest villain of the internet, according to these people. They're never mad at communists. They're never mad at people indoctrinating kids. They're never mad at any of the content that we release. They don't even acknowledge any of the content we release. They just complain on the internet about me and claim I'm the most evil person ever in the history of fucking existence. This exactly right, Reagan. This is why we need to keep people like this out of our community. This is why, as soon as someone starts making trouble in our chat, see, people think I'm too harsh. No, you have to understand, we need to keep our community free of retards like this. We cannot afford this. We have important work to do. A lot of us are really focusing on a lot of different things. People like him, they just cause problems. We'll have to check every hour afterwards to count the view. Yeah, that's a really good point. So just to make sure Isaiah isn't botting his views on Rumble to make it look like he's more popular than he is, we'll just have to check back every single hour just to see how the views on his Rumble live stream have changed, to just make sure that he really is getting 19,000 views on a video on Rumble that's only getting a couple hundred views on YouTube, and he only has 300 subscribers on Rumble. Anyway, that's it. It's almost 3 a.m. I'm gonna go finish my project that I was working on earlier. Thank you guys for hanging out with me so we could drag that is he tweeted anything else about me? Hang on before I go. What's his Twitter feed look like? He's got 150,000 followers on Twitter, sure. Oh, he retweeted Dragon Balls. Okay, so Dragon Balls. Good freeze frame, Dragon Balls. Good freeze frame. Dragon Balls retweeted this picture and said, "This land whale wearing a cross, so I assume he identifies as a Christian, who mocks others and curses, as Jesus taught us to do, calls Karlyn a land whale. If garnering haters makes one successful, then Karlyn, I have also kicked his ass in haters. Yeah, just bend over and take it. Yeah, he wants to call me fat? Bruh. And then Isaiah, because he's a good Christian, tweeted a picture of a bird and said, "You and that wounded bird can go fuck yourselves." He's gotten 2 likes on this and 1 comment. Let's see. What's the comment say? Oh, it's Dragon Balls. He's gotten 1 comment and it's Dragon Balls. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good Christian. Let's see. He's tweeting obsessively about Frank. So this video that he tweeted about me 2 hours ago, 150,000 followers, tweeted a video about me, 33 likes, 1 comment. Love to be on the show, and this has nothing to do with anything in the video. So he's got no comments about the videos. Yeah, Isaiah, you're definitely not botting your audience, bro. That's definitely not happening. I definitely believe... Look at this. Tweeted 4 hours ago, 10 likes. Okay. Let's see. Five hours ago, 9 likes. 5. Oh, this one actually got some traction. Okay, so he actually got some stuff there. But he's just retweeting someone else. He's not actually saying anything. Isaiah, your Twitter account is basically dead, bro. Kind of looks like a boring-ass clout chaser's Twitter account, too. Nothing even interesting on this Twitter account. Sad. Just sad. Alright, whatever. I'm done. I'm gonna go back to work now. Thank you guys for hanging out. And, you know, maybe he rants about me again. Maybe he doesn't. I don't really care. We're gonna be doing Spy Stream tomorrow. We're gonna be going inside a Democratic Socialist of America call. I will be streaming before that. It's gonna be a cool week. Alright, that's it, guys. Take care. Have a good one. See you soon. Bye.
How are you feeling? How long have you been here?
3 months, May 17th.
And what brought you?
That's difficult to answer.
playing the piano for people has eventually resulted in your being here in the hospital.
That's difficult to answer.